The operation was The operation was a success, you hear the doctor shout. Now go ahead and open your eyes. So you do. But much to your surprise, you can't see the doctor standing in front of you. Actually, you can't see anything at all. You've just completed your first cosmetic eye procedure, turning your once ordinary eyes into glowing blue gems. But at what cost? Hello, my name is Lambo, and I'm talking today about something that I find incredibly interesting, if not incredibly disgusting. This topic has been on my radar for a very long time, and I've kind of been dodging around it just because I wasn't sure if you could show the videos on YouTube. What really sparked my interest was a TikTok where you see a woman staring at a camera after just having her eyes worked on, and it's only what I can describe as being extremely uncanny, if not borderline r/no sleep-esque. So fair warning before we actually get into the meat of it, I am going to be showing some clips that I found on TikTok and on YouTube. A lot of it is quite gnarly, so if medical procedures or touching the eyeballs is something that really grosses you out, maybe skip this video. I know it grosses me out, so. And before you guys say anything, yes, I am holding up my microphone with my hand. I recently moved, and I put my microphone with the mic arm in a box, and when I opened it, it sprung out like a snake from a Pringles can and exploded. So we're holding on to the microphone today. But before we actually take a look into some of these cosmetic eye surgeries, I think it's important that we take a step back to look at how the eyes actually work themselves, so we can understand some of the risks and dangers associated with these procedures. So to help me help you understand how the eyes work, let me break it down for you. Does this work? So step one in your eyes working, okay. Step one, light enters the eye. Light passes through the cornea and lens, which bend the light to focus it on the retina. Step two, light is converted to electrical signals. The retina's light-sensitive cells, called rods and cones, convert the light into electrical signals. Step 3, these signals are then sent to the brain. The optic nerve carries the electrical signals from the retina to the brain, which leads us to step 4, the brain processes the signals. The brain interprets the signals as visual images. The brain interprets the signals as visual images. The visual cortex is part of the brain that processes visual information. Very interesting. I hope you guys learned a thing or two about how the brain and eyeballs work. Now enough of that nerd shit. I know what you're saying. Let's talk about the procedures. Let's talk about the cutting open the eyeballs. I hear you, dude. I love a good eyeball cut. So let's delve into these surgeries, these cosmetic eye surgeries that seem oh so popular on TikTok these days. Well, there are several different kinds of eye-changing procedures. The first one is called keratopigmentation. Sorry if I butcher any of these. I don't know how to talk. Keratopigmentation, also known as eye tattooing, is a procedure that involves using a laser or a needle to create space in the cornea and inject a pigment to cover the iris. Keratopigmentation, also referred to as eye tattooing, is a surgery performed on the cornea itself. Keratopigmentation involves using a needle or a laser to create space in the cornea itself, into which a color pigment is injected. So you're essentially making a little gap and then shooting a little pigment into it. Pretty gnarly. Possible risks include damage to the cornea that can lead to cloudiness, warpage, fluid leakage, and vision loss, light sensitivity, reaction to the dye which can cause inflammation, bacterial or fungal infection, uneven distribution of the dye, color leakage, fading, a whole bunch of shit. And I should preface this by saying every single one of these surgeries will cause a severe amount of damage and has a slew of possible risks involved. None of these are FDA approved.
A new warning about those popular eye color changing procedures. The concept is trending on social media, but experts warn that it could lead to vision loss and other complications.
I also want to note that you have to be awake for all of these surgeries because when you go to sleep or when you're knocked out, your eyes roll to the back of your head. One of the biggest reasons I would never get LASIK or any of those vision correcting surgeries, because you have to stare as they shoot a laser into your eye or as they cut your eye back. If you've ever seen the contraptions that actually hold your eye in place, it looks like a piece from the board game Mousetrap that they just stuck on your eye so you don't fidget around. Ugh. Yeah. The next procedure is known as laser depigmentation. This procedure removes the pigment-producing cells on the iris to reveal the underlying blue or green color, while laser keratopigmentation is an additive procedure. Laser depigmentation is a subtractive procedure. So essentially, they're just shooting your eyes with fucking lasers and burning off the cells that are already there. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Just blast them in the eye. I used to shoot myself in the eye with a laser pointer when I was really little because my aunt wore glasses and I really wanted to wear glasses because I thought it would make me look cool. So I used to just stare down at a laser pointer. Everyone in my family wears glasses now except for me, which makes me feel like maybe I fixed my own vision with a laser pointer. Laser depigmentation, also known as photoablative iridoplasty, is used to lighten eye color by targeting cells that produce melanin, the pigment that gives skin, hair, and eyes their color. Dark eye colors are the result of high melanin production, while light colors are the result of low melanin production. Why is this camera so low? Laser depigmentation is performed over a series of sessions where low-energy laser beams heat the brown pigment on the surface of the iris to reveal the blue or green color underneath. The laser beams pass through the cornea without carrying any injury. The next procedure is known as iris implant surgery. This is, bar none, the nastiest of the bunch.
All right, well, new tonight, remember when colored contacts were all the rage? Now there's a more permanent way to change your eye color.
But there are risks. CBS 4's Lauren Pastrana with more now on the procedure that's sending some people halfway around the world.
Iris implant surgery is a more invasive procedure that involves the insertion of a prosthetic iris to cover the natural iris. This technique was first developed in 1956 to repair iris defects caused by an injury, infection, or congenital defects like ocular albinism. It is less commonly used for cosmetic purposes due to the possible risks. Yeah, possible risk of cutting open your eye and sliding in a little piece of plastic. Also, these little discs that they put in eyeballs, not very convincing. They look like shit. They don't look like eyeballs. There's just not enough detail. If I'm permanently having something inserted into my body, print that shit out HD. To implant the iris, ophthalmologists make a small incision in the cornea where it meets the sclera. The silicone iris is folded and inserted through the incision. The prosthetic is then unfolded and sutured into position over the natural iris. The American Academy of Ophthalmology, American Glaucoma Society, and Contact Lens Association of Ophthalmologists strongly discourage people from undergoing cosmetic iris implant surgery due to the potential damage it may cause to healthy eyes. Yeah, this stuff is just f***ing crazy, dude. I feel like if you really want to change your eyes or just give it a whirl, just get the color changing contacts. There's just no reason. It's not worth going blind over Gojo blue eyes. I promise. But let's take a look at some happy customers, shall we? This first video.
It's amazing.
Right off the start, that looks so creepy.
Very nice.
Another dangerous procedure is going viral, and it is...
Just look how insane this guy looks. I won't say it
pure
looks.
eye color. This
Out
is
of all the ones I've
keratosis
actually seen, this
pigmentation, and it's
one
a
probably.
surgical
Yeah.
procedure.
No, he looks. Why is he looking at me
Permanently
like
change
that?
the eye color.
There's that thing. There's that thing that I was talking about earlier that holds your eye open. Dude, that's some of the most metal. You know, this makes me think of I don't remember which Dead Space, but the Dead Space game where Isaac has to put the needle in his eye and you have to control it. That's what this makes me think of.
Pigments around that cornea eventually cause.
Okay, moving on. She looks like Slappy, right? No disrespect to this woman or any of these people, but I just want to say, if you're considering getting eye color changing surgery, maybe hold off a couple more years until we really got a grasp on how to do it right. Or just get eye color changing contacts. I promise you they're going to look better, they're going to feel better, you're not going to go blind, everyone's going to be happy, your dog's not going to try and bite you because you look like a skinwalker. Yeah. Well, that's about all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the surgery, learning a little bit about the eyeballs, learning a little bit about cosmetic procedures. I hope this convinced absolutely none of you to get your eyes changed. You're all beautiful just the way you are. I appreciate you watching. It means a ton to me. Hopefully I'll be making more videos, maybe like this, maybe other things. I'm just trying stuff out right now. I'm new to it. I'd appreciate it if you would leave a comment, tell me what to do. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll oil up. I'll go to Costco. I'll get as much oil as I need. All right. I will see y'all in the next one. Later.